Hello everyone, my name is Gabrielle. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've been here to give y'all an update on how things have been going with my fitness and my eating. I think it's been about 8 months, so I wanted to come on and make a video just to go over how I've been doing, how things have been going with the fitness journey and the eating. So let's get right into it. So I went raw vegan officially September of 2024 after juicing for 60 days. If you haven't seen that journey, please go and watch that. It's on my channel. And so after the 60 days of juicing, I went raw vegan in September, and I've been on that journey ever since. And then in late December, I started working out. I did 75 hard. I ended that in March. Also, that is also on my channel. So if you haven't seen that journey, go ahead and go and watch it, please. And since then, since March, I have not been back with an update as far as how it's been going with my eating and my fitness. So as of today, as it stands right now, I'm still 100% vegan. I would say I'm about 90% raw vegan. I do incorporate a little bit of cooked food. I don't cook at home unless it's for my son, but I will eat some food occasionally. Like if I'm out, if I'm traveling, I will eat cooked food, typically at dinner. I always start my day with fruit, and I always have typically a fruit meal for lunch as well. But then in the evening time, I may incorporate some cooked vegan food. So I would say I'm about 90% raw, which has been working for me, but I do want to get back to being more close to like 95 to 100% raw. I will say that's one of the cons of being raw vegan, is that it is kind of hard, like socially, to be raw vegan, in my opinion, especially like for work. For me, I am in a client-facing environment, client-facing industry. So we have a lot of clients where I work that come in and take us out to lunch. And yes, I can bring my own dressing, or I can bring my own food, or I can go and just not eat before, eat after. But I don't know if that necessarily would look good for me, my team, my job, if I am doing that. So, sometimes that is a little bit hard to manage. So I will go out with my team, and then of course I just get a vegan meal. Everybody on my team knows that I am vegan. They don't necessarily all know that I'm more so raw, but they see how I eat when I'm in the office, that I'm eating mostly fruit. And, I'm not really going out to eat with them otherwise, except for when there's clients who come and take us out. So that is the hard part as far as with work and trying to be raw vegan. For travel, there are certain places where it's just hard to find fruit. Not really hard to find fruit, but like when I went to Egypt, the tap water, you can't drink the tap water there. So I didn't get any fruit that had to be like rinsed off. So all I was eating was bananas, and I didn't want to just eat only bananas for a week. So at dinner time, I was eating like a cooked meal, and it worked out for me. Like, the good thing about Egypt is they eat a lot of food that I was already eating, like tahini and baba ganoush and like eggplant, things like that. So it wasn't too hard. But that is also a downfall, especially when you're out the country and the water may not be, able to be utilized. And it's kind of hard to try to rinse things off with bottles of water in a sink, in a hotel, if you have that big of a sink to try to do that. I wouldn't want to do that in a bathroom sink out the country or anywhere really. So when traveling, I will sometimes incorporate a cooked meal as well in the evening time. And then if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my notes, but I'm also trying to date. And so when dating, it's not just me in the dating situation. So I want to be not necessarily accommodating, but I want to think about the other person in the dating situation. And I already don't drink, I don't smoke. So you know, that's what a lot of people do to have fun and relax and unwind. And I don't already do that. So it's like you have to accommodate me there. So it's like I will try to accommodate somebody that I'm dating through, my food choices. So I let them know up front that I am vegan. Thankfully, a lot of the dating hasn't been restaurants, because I think that's kind of boring in my opinion. But, if we are out and we need to get food, luckily I've been able to find places that have like maybe chips and guacamole, things like that, something to hold me over. I still will bring my own food like with me if I'm, going on a date, or I eat before, or I eat after. But if you're in a moment, things come up, you get hungry while you're out, I'm able to accommodate somebody and get something off the menu of a place that they might like. So that has been something that I found in dating. Also, when I went vegan, I had never been vegan before. I live in Atlanta, so I want to try some of the vegan restaurants in Atlanta. I love Tassili's. I love Loving It Live. Those are two raw vegan restaurants here in Atlanta. But after you eat that so much, you get tired of it. As that being kind of like your only option to go to when you go out to eat as a raw vegan. So I have started trying restaurants here and there in Atlanta just to see what they are, see what they're like, try to support, because a lot of the vegan restaurants in Atlanta is closing. So that also is on my mind. Like, let me try it before they possibly close, which, I hope they don't, but that's been a real thing lately. And so, trying a few restaurants here and there has been a thing too. I haven't loved all of the restaurants, so there are a few that, I'm just like, okay, I've been there, done that. I don't have to go back anymore. So that is something that I've been doing as well. I do have some rules for me as far as eating out. So I only try to keep it gluten-free. I don't do any bread. So if I get like, let's say a vegan Philly cheesesteak made from mushrooms, then I will just eat the filling, like the mushrooms, but I don't eat the actual bread that comes with it. And I also don't do any mock meat. So I still never had like Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger. So those are some of the rules that I try to follow when I eat out. Try to just eat whole foods while I'm still eating cooked food. And then as far as my fitness, I would say I'm still doing really well with the fitness. I still work out twice a day. I did the 75 hard, which that's one of the rules. One of them has to be outdoors, and then you have another workout where you could do indoor or outdoor. So since that, I have not missed any workouts. So I'm very proud of myself for that. And I will post some photos here, either here or here, just to show you like what I look like from March to now. My weight has not gone up. It's continued to either go down or be steady. When I ended the challenge back in March, I was about 163 or 165, I want to say. And now I'm about 150. So I've lost weight and I've been able to keep it off even through eating, a little bit of cooked food here and there. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I love about being even like high raw vegan, is that I'm still able to maintain my weight. Now, some of that may have to do with how much I work out. So I know that probably helps, but it's definitely been a pro to still start your day with like 2 fruit meals. And then again, most days I am eating at home a salad or some other type of raw vegan cuisine. And then a couple of days out the week, I might have some cooked food in the evening time. Some other updates. I currently don't take any supplements at all, so I'm not supplementing anything in my diet. I just don't feel I really need that at this time. If I feel like, I need it, then I may consider it. But at this time, I'm not taking any type of protein or vitamin D or vitamin B12 or anything like that. So I don't take any supplements. I would say I have not had a cold all year. I got the sniffles a little bit back in September when the season started to change, but I have not had like a full-blown cold in like a year and a half since starting the juicing journey and then going to raw vegans. Gym recovery is a breeze. I've still been working out at home, but I'm starting to incorporate 2 days in the gym to use machines. So one day is an upper body day, one is a lower body day. And I was a little bit sore, maybe like that first day from going to the gym to work out. But after a day or two, I was fine. I was recovered. I was able to, you know, continue to do what I usually do with my workout. And then as far as like my workout split, so I do 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days, and 1 full body day. On Saturdays, I used to do cardio of some sort, but now I take Saturdays to do more of a rest day. So I'll do yoga Saturday and Sundays. And then of course I still do my outdoor walk every single day. And I'm also getting 12,000 steps in a day. So when I first started 75 Hard back in December, I was doing about 7,500 steps a day. And then in March, I said I need to go up and increase this. So I started doing 10,000 steps a day. And then in August, I said, I think I need to increase it a little bit more. So since August, I've been doing about 12,000 steps every day. That is a little bit harder to get in. I will say that, like, I really have to make the effort to like get up and move, especially on days that I work from home. On days that I work in the office, it's not as bad because I can get up, take a break, walk a little bit, and then go back. But when I'm at home, I'm really just sitting down, like plugged in, trying to work. So that is a little bit tougher. So the next goal for me is to maybe increase my steps to 15,000 steps a day. But I will see. That might be more of just like a weekend thing when I have a lot of time and I'm not trying to, you know, work and then get those steps in and everything else that I have to do as far as my responsibilities. So we will see. But I'm thinking about at the beginning of the year trying to maybe start incorporating 15K steps a day, at least on the weekends. Also, I still do Dr. Bobby Price's 14-day cleanse every quarter. So I did one back in like September, and I'm going to do another one come January. So I do enjoy doing that. It kind of gives you like that herbal detox reset. I would at some point maybe try Yaki Awakens 3 bitters, but I haven't tried that yet. If I do, let me know down below, and I will do a vlog on that and a series on how that goes if I decide to try it. I think for next steps for me is really just focusing on maybe getting back to that fully like raw lifestyle. Also trying to possibly reduce my salt intake. I feel like I do crave like salt, not really salt, but like crunchy, which a lot of times the crunchy foods are salty. So I am trying to possibly reduce that. I still go to the sauna and the steam room about 3 days a week, and now it'll be even easier because I'm at the gym at least twice a week anyway. And I do still go to the gym sometimes for like classes on the weekends, specifically yoga now. I used to go for like a cardio class, but now it's more so yoga. I also try to do yoga out and about in Atlanta when they have different events like yoga at the Luminarium or yoga at the High Museum of Art. So those are also pretty fun things to do on the weekend, just to get out of my house so I'm not always just working out by myself. But yes, I think that's pretty much all of my updates. If you have any questions, comments below, let me know. And if you've been raw, how has your experience been? Were you able to maintain being fully raw for a long period of time? Or did you eventually switch over to being high raw? Let me know what your experience has been. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.